Hello everyone, I Kanchan Shetty welcome you all again on the platform of KTHM e-learning. Today we are going to start and learn the second unit of business environment and entrepreneurship 1, that is environment issues. Friends, in the earlier session we have discussed the concept, features, importance of business environment, and we have also understand the aspects of environment. And now in this lecture we are going to study the concept and types of environment. After that we will see the need of the environmental studies. Then we will discuss the natural environment and its components, and lastly we will understand the concept and types of pollution. Now let us see the introduction and definition of environment. Friends, the word environment has been derived from the French word environ. The meaning of the French word is to encompass or to encircle or to comprises or to surround, etc. It is believed that it has been used for the first time by the famous biologist Jacob van Hercules, the early 1900s. According to the Journal of Environmental Quality, the natural environment encompasses all living and non-living things occurring naturally on earth or some region thereof. It is an environment that encompasses the interaction of all living species. Next, according to the International Standard Organization, the natural environment means it may be defined as the surroundings within which a particular organization operates and includes the air, water, land and natural resources, human beings and their interrelations. Now let us see the concept of business environment. Friends, environment refers to the sum total of conditions which surrounds man at a given point of space and time. It is a composite term for the conditions in which the organism lives. It includes both biotic and abiotic substances. In other words, environment is the totality of all physical, social and biological factors individually as well as collectively that comprise or include the natural and man-made surroundings. So, all the living beings, including man and their environment, are naturally or mutually reactive, affecting each other in a number of ways. It is generally equated with nature, wherein physical components of the planet Earth, such as earth, air, water, etc., support and affect life in the environment, represent the physical components of the earth, wherein man is an important factor affecting the environment. Environment also comprises or includes interacting system of physical, biological and cultural elements which are interlinked individually as well as collectively in various ways. Now let us see the classification of environment. There are three types of environment: physical, biological and cultural. In that, again subtypes of physical, biological, cultural environment. In physical, for example, space, landforms, water bodies, climate, soil, rocks and minerals. In biological environment, plants, animals, microorganism and man. And last, in cultural environment, economic, socials and political conditions. These factors are included in the physical, biological and cultural environment. Now let us understand the types of environment. There are four types of environment. First is physical or abiotic environment. Friends, physical environment is made up of the following states like solid, liquid and gas. These three elements signifies lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere respectively. So on the basis of spatial distribution, smaller units are termed as coastal environment, plateau environment, mountain environment, lake environment, river and maritime environment. Next type of environment is living or biotic environment. Biotic environment consists or include of plants or animals including human beings as a significant factor. Thus, biotic environment can be of two types such as floral environment and faunal environment. Apart from the above, there are social, cultural and psychological environment. Third type of environment is social and cultural environment. Friends, this type of environment includes the varied aspect of social cultural interaction along with its outcomes such as beliefs, attitudes, etc. Both tangible and intangible aspects of environment are included in the social and cultural environment. And last type of environment is psychological environment. In psychological environment, it deals with the percepts and experiences related to any environmental setting. Some environment may be stimulating and exciting for us, while other may be dull or boring. Psychological environment is more often used in the organizational context. Now let us understand the need of environmental study. Friends, as a conscious and rational being, man needs to know the importance of environment and help keep the environment as healthy and productive as it can be. It is the environment that has made the beautiful world possible for him. Hence, there is an ever-demanding need for environmental studies. The natural environment that mankind had before the onset of industrialization, urbanization and exponential growth of populations was expected healthy and resilient. Nature was able to replace the loss of its resources, which was very limited. After the onset of modern civilization, the overall health and efficiency of natural environment started deteriorating gradually and went on to see an extent that nature has virtually lost its ability to replenish the loss of resources caused by man. Environmentalists, geographers and biological all over the world are constantly and for a sustainable solution to restore a sustainable environment. There is a need for focus on environments management, law governing environment protect on pollution and recycling of non-biodegradable matters, etc. There is also need for careful and cautious use of natural resources in the present time to establish sustainability in every aspect of nature. There is a need to clarify modern environmental concepts such as how to conserve biodiversity and maintain an ecological balance. So, the environmental studies help us understand the importance of our environment and teach us to use natural resources more effectively and embrace a sustainable way of living. It also enables us to know the behavior of organism under natural conditions and the interrelationship between organism in population and communities. Now, let us see the concept of natural environment and its components. There are four components of natural environment. First is lithosphere. Friends, the lithosphere is the solid crust or the hard top layer of the earth. It is made up of rocks and minerals and covered with a thin layer of soil. The lithosphere is an irregular surface with mountains, plateaus, plains, valleys, landforms, etc. It is a domain that provides us with forest for grazing land and for agricultural and housing. It is also an important source of minerals. Second component of natural environment is hydrosphere. Friends, hydrosphere is the domain of water. It compresses of the various sources of water and different types of water bodies like rivers, lakes, seas, oceans, etc. It is essential for all living organisms. Third component of natural environment is atmosphere. The atmosphere is the thin layer of air that surrounds the earth. It is held by the gravitational force of the earth. The atmosphere protects us from the harmful UV rays from the sun by blocking them out. It contains a number of gases like oxygen, which is essential for life, dust and water vapors. Changes in atmosphere bring changes in weather and climate. And last component of natural environment is biosphere. The biosphere is the layer of the earth where life exists. This layer ranges from heights of up to 10 kilometers above sea to Puerto Rico Trench at Puerto Rico Trench at more than 8 kilometers deep above sea level, used by some birds in flights to depth of the ocean. The biosphere is unique. So far there has been no existence of life elsewhere in the universe. Everything that is not human made comes under natural environment. Land, air, water, plants and animals all comprises the natural environment. Now let us see the pollution concept. Friends, environmental pollution refers to the ways in which human activity harms the natural environment. Some kind of pollution do not actually dirty the land, air or water, but they reduce the quality of life for people and other living things. For example, noise from traffic and machinery is considered as noise pollution. Environmental pollution is one of the most serious problems facing mankind and other life forms on our planet today. Badly polluted air can have reduced. Air can harm crops and cause life-threatening illness. Some air pollutants like CFC have reduced the capacity of the stratosphere to filter the sun's harmful ultraviolet radiations. These and other air pollutants have begun to change the climate around the world. Water and soil pollution threaten the ability of farmers to grow enough food to feed the world's population. Overpopulation endangers many marine organisms. While people think of air, water and soil pollution as distinct from the pollution, in reality each of the parts of an environment. Air, water and soil depends upon the others and upon the plants and animals living within the environment. The relationship among all living and non-living things in an environment make up an ecological system called as ecosystem. All the ecosystems of the earth are connected with each other. Thus, pollution that seems to affect only one part of the environment may also affect the other parts. Now, let us see the types of pollution. So, the first type of pollution is Air pollution. Air pollution is the contamination of the air by substances such as fuel exhaust and smoke. It can harm the health of plants and animals and damages buildings and other structures. Air pollution occurs where industries and vehicles release such large amounts of gas and particulates into the air that natural processes can no longer keep the atmosphere in balance. Each year, hundreds, millions of tons of gases and particulates pour into the atmosphere. Much of the pollution comes from burning of fuel from motor vehicles. Substantial air pollutions also comes from mining and industrial process. Next type of pollution is water pollution. Friends, water pollution is the contamination of water by sewage, toxic chemicals, metals, oils or other substances. It can affect surface water as rivers, lakes and oceans, as well as water beneath the earth surface called groundwater. Water pollution can harm plants and animal. Water pollution occur when people put or discharge harmful and waste substances into a water system that its natural cleansing processes cannot function properly. Some waste such as oil, industrial acids or farm pesticides poisons aquatic plants and animals. Water pollution comes from industries, cities, farms and other sources. It includes sewage, industrial chemicals, agricultural chemicals and livestock wastages. Next type of pollution is noise pollution. Friends, noise can be defined as an unwanted sound. It is generally proved that noise levels below 80 decibels do not produce any ill effect, but if ambient noise exceeds 19 decibel, the quality of the environment is said to be deteriorated. Higher levels of noise result in impairment of hearing. It also causes anxiety and stress and in extreme cases fights. Next, fourth type of pollution is soil pollution. Soil is very important environmental attributes because it supports all sort of plant life found on land. Soil becomes polluted due to the misdeeds of man or at times the mischief of nature. The main factors of soil pollution are the high state of soil erosion, excessive use of chemical fertilizers, biogases, for example pesticides, etc. Polluted liquid and solids from urban and industrial areas, forest fires, water logging and related capillary process, leaching, droughts, etc. Some of the microorganisms and unwanted plants enter the soil and result in a soil pollution. And last type of pollution is radioactive pollution. Friends, radioactive pollution is related to all major life supporting systems, air, water and soil. Radioactive is a phenomenon of spontaneous emission of alpha, beta and gamma rays as a result of disintegration of atomic nuclei of some elements. Many radionuclides such as radium 226, uranium 235 and 233, thorium 232, radon 222 and carbon 14 occur naturally in rocks, soil and water. Man-made sources of radiations pollution are mining and refining of radioactive material, production and explores of nuclear weapons, nuclear power plants and fuel, and preparation of radioactive isotopes. Here we are going to stop this lecture. Thank you.